Welcome to the Unnamed Football Show. It is unnamed because we're not creative and we don't have a name yet. If you have a name, please leave it down in the comments. Now let's start with the show and let's start with the abomination that Barca versus Bayern was. Let's go to our Barcelona correspondent Raghav and let's see what's up with him. How was the game, Raghav?
Devastating. I I was shocked. Like when they scored in the fourth minute, and I was like, okay, this is going to happen. I have to get used to it. But then I had my hopes up when the own goal happened, and then they scored another, and they scored again. But then I thought that the comeback is going to come, but Barcelona didn't play well. But Bayern was on a roll, but
To be very honest, I think the problem with Barcelona was you weren't making good enough attacking runs, and then you were really losing the ball. And as soon as Bayern gets the ball, they're on it.
yeah, they have good pace, man. They're fast.
I mean, Bayern is actually a full team. उसमें basically they don't have individual players, they have a whole team set up, which is I think the reason why they will win the UCL this year. What do you guys think?
Barcelona didn't have that class. They used to have the class they used to have before.
I mean, also, I think you're too dependent on Messi. You're very dependent on Messi at the moment. What do you guys think, Tanish and Khan?
Yeah, I think you summed it up as best as anyone could have. Really, Barcelona is just too dependent on Messi. Like we saw what happened when Juventus went out. They were too dependent on Ronaldo, and
Right.
even even if Ronaldo turned up in the quarters like Messi did against Napoli, it's not gonna carry you all the way through. The difference here is that when Ronaldo was the back on which Real Madrid supported itself and their UCL campaigns, at the end of the day, they still had players that were performing in at least one of the knockout stages. That's exactly what didn't happen with Messi and Barcelona this year. And
Hmm.
let's just
I
say,
mean, to be honest, Barcelona has had really bad transfers in the
I
past few
think
years.
also
Eh,
the biggest thing which was lacking for Barcelona was a front three partnership this season.
Hmm,
Like,
that's
that
true.
is true. That is true.
because Luis Suarez was out for maybe half of the season. Then Griezmann kept coming in, kept going out. Yesterday also only coming in as a second half substitute. Only Messi was there the whole
I
season.
think I think they're lacking. I think they're lacking pace.
Yeah, I mean, see, recruitment, as far as that is concerned, you want certain individuals that are inherently a part of the philosophy that your club has. And the biggest problem is ever since Tito Villanova, ever since he left, unfortunately, the Barcelona hot seat, uh, Barca, I haven't seen them having a concrete team philosophy as such. It doesn't have to
Hmm.
be tiki taka, but it has to be something. So Man United has counter attacking. Chelsea has all out attack. Liverpool has their gegenpress. So do
Hmm.
Bayern.
I think
I
another
guess
thing
that's the
is
problem.
adjusting to playing with Messi. I think that is also a thing. Like you bring in Griezmann, who has been playing with Atletico Madrid. It's a very completely different playing style. The main thing is that you have to be in good connect with Messi and Suarez.
You have to realize that Barcelona hasn't been performing very well this season because of these inconsistencies between their players. I think the biggest problem with Barca right now is the transfers that they've had. They've completely screwed up their wage structure. Their board isn't backing the managers that they have. So I think it's an all-around mess, to be honest.
Also, another player who is missing is Usman Dembele. Like,
Yeah, he
why
had an
is he
injury,
still
and
there?
they should have brought him this match, but I guess he had an injury, so he wasn't like at a stop.
Why was he in the match day squad though? I mean, if he was injured, let's just assume that he wasn't. Then if he wasn't, he should have been brought on, even if it
Yeah,
was
should have.
for the
Almost all the
consolation
time,
at
almost
least.
all the time, he's either injured or something else.
But
Yeah,
he
exactly.
has excelled in almost every single game that he has played.
I don't know, man. I don't think he's been that impressive considering the price. I mean, you spent 150 million euros on him, and
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
still a teenager
He wasn't
back
worth.
then.
He wasn't worth that much, but
Bro, what's happening with your video?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Apparently, Old Trafford doesn't accept me anymore. We don't accept people who wore the jerseys of Sir Alex Ferguson.
I was talking to Tanish about this yesterday that the only way I think Bayern loses is if someone can shatter their confidence. I don't see any other way any team beating Bayern in the UCL this. Bayern has so much confidence, dude. I mean, it's so hard to beat Bayern as it is, and they're always gunning for the goal. They're always going for the goal, and you know,
Yeah, that's
getting their
true.
shots on target. They're basically a very well-oiled machine. So I think the only way
Yeah,
Man City has a chance to beat them is by being, outrageously good in the first half and maybe being defensive after that. Like maybe getting a few goals in earlier.
The most fascinating thing yesterday was the level of pressing which
yeah,
Right,
Bayern
that's
right.
was
true.
doing.
That's right.
Like
and
in the
the,
quarterfinals against a side like Barca, and like you're sending 4 or 5 players up on the pitch, even though you know that a long ball, just one long ball, and it can clear your defense high line, but still they were taking that risk, and Barca actually crumbled.
Barcelona was forced to pass in their D, and they ended up losing the ball, and then Bayern scored.
Yeah, that's a problem that I see with a lot of sides dealing with teams like Liverpool or Man City or Bayern for that matter, is that with the new rule changes, I suppose, regarding players in the box during a goal kick, a lot of teams have started to develop a strategy of passing it out of the back. And I just don't understand that when you have to go for a goal and you have time on your side, why won't you just chuck the ball forward? I mean,
Yeah.
it's a very the teams that have beaten teams with good presses like Watford against Liverpool, or Man City against Liverpool, or United against Man United against Man City. All they did was they focused on getting 1 or 2 goals and being defensively solid by having by having someone who can create hold up play at least in and around the halfway line, just so that you can get out of your half. And even if it doesn't yield a lot of goals, at the same time it does take a lot of pressure off your defense to give them enough time, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, to reset so that they can deal with the next attack that's coming in. And I guess that's the way, either you're so good at pressing other teams that you can beat the press of teams like Bayern or City, or you just sit tight, you stay compact, and you keep chucking the ball out, uh, emphasizing hold up play, and then end up trying to break with a counter attack, or just grind it out and eventually score a goal or two. Basically, a very Atletico Madrid style game, to
Hmm.
be honest, against these
I
teams.
think yesterday they made a mistake, like by playing from the back in the first half. Ter
They weren't
Stegen
going
made like
forward.
four or five errors just by passing it to the wrong defender or maybe giving it away. And if they wouldn't have like played from the back, and Ter Stegen would have just like chucked it away or given a long
I think
ball.
they're still in the mindset of tiki taka, which
Probably, probably.
Yeah, that's probably the issue, because see, the thing is, the players are very capable of playing tiki taka. For all the abuse that I've given and Nelson Semedo and Longley and PK have received, those guys are good defenders who are extremely good with the ball at their feet. But the problem is, I don't understand whether it's how they've trained, or whether they're holding on to a false hope that they're the best passing team in the world. The thing is, they can find the passes. That's not the problem. But the thing is, how quickly do you find those passes? Bayern did that. I mean, for the first goal itself, it was a
they
one
used
touch
to do that.
given goal. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you
They
think
used
about
when
Bayern's first goal against Barca, it was a one touch
yeah,
given go in mid-air with Muller and Lewandowski,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
that's the only reason they scored. The same thing goes for Muller's assist for Nabri's goal. It was the same thing over and over again. They were just passing the ball quickly. And another
Hmm.
important thing is that they always had supporting runs, whether to pull defenders away
Hmm.
or to drag them inside. They always had supporting
Another thing which we saw yesterday, the quality of finishing was so good from
No,
Bayern
that's
side.
true. That's true. And even
That's
even
Like
for
true.
like
Barca also, like the Suarez goal was
but
fantastic,
yeah, the Suarez
Yeah,
goal was
that was
but it
fantastic,
was a
amazing.
but
one-off. That's the thing.
Barca had many more chances other than that
That's
Suarez
That's
true.
goal.
true. That's true.
But
Like
They didn't
they weren't
capitalize
able
on
to
it.
convert it. But
Yeah,
Bayern,
but
even though you get a great ball on your feet, you still have to convert it.
very fair assessment.
well, there you have it, folks. This is the full episode. I don't think I'll be releasing the full episode anyways. I'll probably cut it down into
Yeah.
bits just because we've been all over the place. But do give
That's
Or
us a
true.
follow.
maybe or
Yeah,
maybe we
that's
can
basically what happens when you have four football fans of all different teams, talking to each other. So,
And one, especially one annoying the other one.
yeah,
I mean, I guess
Oh,
that's banter for you.
exactly.
Yeah.
So there you have
I think
it.
he's talking
And
about himself.
अरे end करने दो मेरे को अब.
And also other football fans can also hit us up for maybe joining us
Yeah,
in the next
definitely. If
episode.
you want to be on the stream next, this is not a fixed lineup. People are
Yeah.
definitely going to be changing. And my plan for the next few videos is having a Manchester United roundtable where I'll be having 5 or 6 Man United fans joining us. And I hope you guys are excited for that one. I'll also be doing a Chelsea roundtable. So if you guys are Man United fans or Chelsea fans, do leave us a comment down below and DM me on Instagram saying that you want to be on the show and I'll have you on next time. So there you have it. We'll see you guys next week, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, happy
All
football.
right.
See you guys.
Happy football. Yeah. See you
Happy
guys.
UCL.
Though that never happens, to be honest.